Okay, Nigerians, good day. News coming out this afternoon about the case of the young man, Justice Crack, who was abducted by the Nigerian army some days back and has been kept in the custody of the DSS. I think he was supposed to get his bail today after lawyers have finished all the processes and filings that will lead to his partial freedom. But news coming out this afternoon says that the lead lawyer leading that case withdrew the bail application and everything he has filed in the progress of this matter. Now, what was the bone of contention? You see, we human beings, we are very funny. Human beings, we are very funny. Now, this Barrister Marshall, I think that's the name of the lawyer, Barrister Marshall, he has been the lawyer fronting for Sowore and VDM. I think you all know him. Now, what was the issue that made him, at the dying minute, he decided to withdraw all your filings, or your bail applications, and everything you have put in motion to secure and safeguard the release of Justice Crack from the detention, so he can go and meet his family, at least, to ease down the tension and fear that have lived in their homes. Mr. Marshall, you know what it means when loved ones get to hear a family member is in the custody of the Nigerian Security Services. You know what it means. They live under constant fear and tension. Now, with this progress we've made on this case, they were happy. The wife, the kids were happy that yes, finally we get to see our person. Suddenly, you pull back that progress. You stepped brake on the wheel of motion. What was the reason? They said because the chief lead in his legal corner asked someone else to lead the case. Then you got angry. You got irritated. And the person who was leading the case, I think, is your junior, right? As stated, is your junior and all that kind of issues. So because of that, you got angry, and at the dying minute, when you would have rescued this young man, you took such a bold and wicked step. Yes, I understand how you feel, your ego and all. I understand how you feel. You're human. I understand how you feel. But you should have looked at the end purpose of this whole thing is to get Justice Crack out of where he is. Because the young man has did no wrong. He has did nothing wrong to warrant his abduction, torture, and incarceration for days from his family. And to the Nigerian military, it's such a shame. It is such a shame. You people are reducing yourself to this level of pettiness. It is such a shame that a citizen has come out to bring to the open, to bring to your notice and our notice of how your men on the front line who are dying in their numbers, protecting you, this country and everyone. He brought to the front burner what they are passing through on the front line, how they weren't eating properly, they weren't feeding properly. Now, if these your men aren't feeding properly, how do you want them to have the morale to fight the enemy? How do you want them to find the strength to fight the enemy that are well fed and well motivated? Now, your reason for taking up Justice Crack was that he said his broadcast or awareness is capable of creating unrest in the military hierarchy or whatever you guys call it. How can such a petty issue create unrest in the military hierarchy? It's a simple thing. Provide the men with food on the front line. That is all. No, instead, we picked the young man. And yet we have these non-state violent actors, terrorists, people call bandits. What is bandits? These are terrorists. These are full-blown terrorists. You have them killing our army personnel in numbers, in droves, sacking your forward operation bases, sacking your formations. To even add salt to the injury, they have been taking up generals of lately. I think in the past, if not six months, they've killed roughly 3 brigadier generals from Nigerian army. And we've not seen you guys take this fight to them so fiercely, in vengeance and fury. You know what it takes to train a brigadier general in the Nigerian army. You know what it takes to get to that level. And one dirty ragtag who's untrained from nowhere kills such a person, and you fold your arms. We've not seen you guns are blazing. We've not seen you go forth with fire and fury. We've not seen you do all of those. It seems like it was a common maybe corporal that was executed. We've not seen the fury from the Nigerian army on these terrorists. We've not seen any. That one does not cause palpable apathy in the Nigerian Nigerian army ranks. It's a young man saying that the army are complaining of food, not having enough food in the battlefield, is what is going to bring palpable apathy in the Nigerian army ranks. This is very unbelievable of you guys. It's such a shame Nigerian army have been reduced to this level of mediocrity and pettiness. And I urge you people, it's high time you take back the glory you once had in the early 90s, when you were all taken for, when most peacekeeping missions, both in Europe, in Africa, without the Nigerian army, it seems like there is nothing that's going to happen. Remember ECOMOG, when you guys were always at the forefront, pioneering every peacekeeping mission with ECOMOG and the rest. Remember those good old days when the Nigerian army served with dignity and honor? It was not what we have now. Release Justice Crack. He has done nothing to you people. Release Justice Crack and face the real enemies of Nigeria and you people, the ones who have been killing your army generals and personnel. Those are the enemies. Devote your time, resources, and anger to those elements that wants to render our country unlivable, ungovernable. Direct your force to those people. Free Justice Crack. Free Justice Crack. And for Brighter Marshall, I wish you well. I wish you well. But mind you, as you've withdrawn that bail application and filing, Justice Crack is still going to come out by the grace of God. Somebody else more noble, with empathy and love of humanity in his heart, will fight his case and bring him out. I wish you well. But remember, what goes around comes around. Today is Justice Crack. Tomorrow, it might be your turn. No one knows tomorrow. Not even the next 5 seconds. Nobody knows the next 5 seconds. It's why we just have to keep our hands clean and live right and do good. I wish you well. I wish you well. Free Justice Crack. One love, Nigerians. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep pushing. We'll get the country on the right path. Do not despair. Do not be disillusioned. Keep believing. We're getting there. Step after step. Day after day. We're getting there. Thank you. I'll see you in my subsequent videos. Hit like, subscribe, share. Bye.